I got a comment on my last video that was joking around with Valkyrae's name and the racist comments that she was making recently. And they're saying that her name is now Valkyracist, which was pretty clever, I gotta admit. In this video, we're gonna be talking about Valkyracist a bit more, as well as Hasan. They're both dwindling down, they're both, spiraling down into more unhinged rants. Yeah, that's the way of putting it. You guys know that meme gets criticized once, dies. Because, like, that's essentially what Valkyrae is doing in the clip you're about to watch right now.
Okay, listen. At the end of the day, I think some people just want me to get off the internet. I also think some people want me to just die. You know, I think some people want a villain. I think I am in that position, you know, because obviously the more you talk about things that you align with or agree with, the more people from the opposite side are going to not like that. Okay? No matter what, I'm trans rights, gay rights. Okay? I'm going to donate to a lot of charities. I have also. I think that's another thing, like, people don't know, like, what I have donated to in the past, like what I have fundraised for.
Is this not some of the most unbelievable stuff you guys have seen? I just cannot believe, like I said in the intro, that she's acting like this. This is like if you had a bingo card for like the most cliche rhetoric that a virtue signaler might try to use. And she's literally just checking off almost all of the boxes on that bingo card. Now, 99% of the people talking about Valkyrae are simply criticizing her recent takes that were just bad takes, right? That doesn't mean people want you to die. That's such a ridiculous thing to say, way too overly dramatic. And she doesn't have any good response here at all, so she's just resorting to more virtue signals, and this time adding in a attempt at playing victim too. Some of the top responses on this one, reading, 34-year-old woman acting like a spoiled brat teenage girl. Response to that reading, her boyfriend's nonstop victim mentality is rubbing off on her. Someone asks who her boyfriend is, and it gets pointed out that that's Hasan. And that takes us to the next clip, where we've also got Hasan trying to play victim. Titled, Hasan complains that people are actively trying to make him into a toxic person in order to isolate him. Hasan, buddy, no one is making you a more toxic person. That is one of your natural gifts. You are just inherently like that all on your own.
Having normal relationships with people who are not like outwardly political content creators, for example, can also help many find communities like this one. It's been very effective. And it's been especially effective. If it wasn't, then the right wing and these like dipshit, incel, racist, transphobic people wouldn't be actively trying to make me into a toxic person that is irredeemable, and even go after my friends who have nothing to do with politics at all.
Bro, people just want you to stop abusing your dog. Holy smokes. Is it that difficult? I guess it is for him, though, obviously.
They do that so that I am isolated in general, because they realize that if I'm not isolated and I have normal relationships with these other communities, then their fan bases will be much more charitable to my worldview. And God forbid, maybe even change their perspective.
This is such an extremely weird way of looking at things. Like, as a creator, so to speak, myself, I could not imagine looking at things through that lens. Like, hey guys, if I start getting more involved with other communities, they might be more charitable to me and I can change their perspectives. Like, that's just such a bizarre way of looking at things. But, you know, it goes back to their playbook of wanting to radicalize people. It's disingenuous, in other words. He's only, like, essentially what he's really saying is he wants to use other communities to try and, like, turn them into vehicles to drive his political rhetoric, essentially, which, as mentioned, does not show a genuine interest in those communities and the things that they're interested in. Nope, he just wants to use them as pawns to push his politics. A top comment on this one reading, Hasan, I never do anything wrong and anyone criticizing me is hallucinating, Piker. Yeah, it's something he said, isn't it? Like recently, he was like, "Oh, they just hallucinated that I hurt my dog." Yeah, so they're either hallucinating or they're literally Hitler, apparently. Which takes us back to Valkyrae over here, or AKA Hasan 2.0. Valkyrae explains why she deleted the tweet, and she starts talking about Nazis and sexist people and stuff. Again, just checking the boxes on bingo. Virtue signal bingo.
I deleted my tweet because it reached real Nazis, real sexist people, real transphobic people, real hatred people. It almost gave them like something to huddle up to. And so that is why I deleted my tweet. That is the reason. It also didn't provide enough context for people that did not know the context. So I'm not using Twitter again until I do my my Santa Ray foray. No, it's okay.
If you're not familiar with the deleted tweet that she is referencing, it is this one from the other day that she very swiftly deleted once people began to criticize it. So, in this context, she's once again ignoring all of the criticism that she got. She doesn't seem to have any actual points of merit to bring up here. Instead, she's just going to blame it all on, it was the real Nazis, guys. Real Nazis were doing something. And I had to delete my tweet because of the Nazis, guys. The reason I called Valkyrae Hasan 2.0 is not just because she's acting like Hasan, but because she's apparently shocked when a chatter suggests that she's the female Hasan, and she doesn't seem to like that.
I heard you're the female Hasan. Damn. Is that what you heard? And I cannot change the way you perceive me. And I accept that. Although it hurts me. It hurts me. Okay. Wow, that is wild. Damn. First of all, I play video games.
Okay, to be fair, the video game response was pretty good. I'll give her a credit. I'll give her a point on that one. But why is she shocked about this? There is a lot of similarities. And I guess they're dating as well, which is like the icing on the cake, so to speak, in this comparison. But yeah, I mean, you both like to play victim. They both like to play victim. They both like to virtue signal. They both seem to share the same political views or very close to the same political views. They're both these wealthy Beverly Hills, LA streamers. It's quite a list of similarities that we got going on here, Valkyrae. This really shouldn't be that surprising that people might compare you to Hasan. But it's funny though that she's like offended by this. That's just rather interesting, She seems to like Hasan, right? But then she's like, dang, like it's a bad thing. So does she even like Hasan or not? Because if she liked him, why wouldn't she be like, oh, sick, thanks, dude. Yeah, great. I'd be like, I sound sarcastic, but you guys know what I mean. And then we have this clip. Remember when Valkyrae a few minutes ago was talking about her Santa Ray thing? I think that's what she's referring to here. I presume. I don't know for sure, but it just makes sense. Santa Ray, and she's holding a holiday charity giveaway, so that would check out, I think. But anyways, this says Valkyrae warns rotten people not to enter her charity giveaways. Says that she'll be preemptively picking people and preemptively having a naughty list. This just makes me wonder how she's like holding this investigation into these naughty or rotten people.
Yeah, and don't come in here. Like when I start doing the charity giveaways and donations to you guys, like I'm going to make sure not a single rotten person gets a dime. Not a single dime is going to anyone that is like racist, sexist. Oh yeah, no, I'll be checking the logs. And I'm also preemptively picking people. And preemptively having a naughty list. Is preemptively the word I'm looking for?
You remember in 2020 at the height of lockdown when you'd see some Twitter account make the most hollow virtue signal and they were clearly just doing to try and get like a bunch of likes on Twitter? It was just like a desperate attempt at like getting clout, and they don't really care about said political issue or social issue that they were virtue signaling about. And then you check their bio and it was like a 14-year-old, allegedly, you know, that's what they'd say in their bio at least. People can obviously lie about that, but their bio would be like, oh yeah, I'm 14. Why does Valkyrae act just like those people? Except now we're in the grand year of 2025, almost 2026, and Valkyrae is not some random 14-year-old on Twitter. Is it a bit that she's doing for her stream or something? Or is she seriously like this? Let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for tuning in. As always, I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.